around 2 o'clock, got started laying plastic. I was really kind of out of enthusiasm for filming and particularly making plastic mulch videos, because I've been on that open station tractor right there all day with the motor running 100 and whatever degrees, and I've never understood why on a tractor of all things they don't make the fan blow out the front. This thing's never gonna move faster than 15 miles an hour unless it's on a trailer behind a truck. So why does the fan blowing through the radiator cooking me, why doesn't it blow out the front? Anyway, just something I've always pondered. So I've been a little warm today. This end of the field, where I told you in one of the past videos that I was gonna have some root balls from where I had killed the grass down here. It got a little lumpy on this end, but it's still a good firm bed. It could be a little more full than what it is, but that's just on this lower section where I'm standing in the shade. Get on up here away from those root balls, you can bounce a quarter off of that. Turned out really good. We've got 6 blocks about 300 foot long ish, and it's right at 2 acres of plastic, and that should hold our 21,000 strawberry plants. We may have a little bit of leftover space. We're gonna do something new this year. We are going to plant some rhubarb. We did it years ago. We didn't really have a market for it, and it kind of flopped, and we had way more than we needed. Like one of these 300-foot rows of rhubarb, it would be a gracious plenty. But we're gonna plant some of that to go with rhubarb, or to go with the strawberries. It's kind of a Yankee thing. No offense if you're a Yankee, but most people here in North Carolina and the South in general don't really know what the heck rhubarb is. And I'm not sure I've ever eaten it either. But I wanted to, since I didn't really do a lot of filming with plastic mulch laying, I thought I would touch on how we fix our drip tape here on the end. I'm going to try to get a good shot of this. I've done it before, but really need 3 hands. There's 2 options when you're, so like the water is going to come in from that end. So this end, we just have open drip tape. Well, that's not going to work. All the water is going to run out. So in order to rectify that situation, you have there's probably a third option, but we're going to say there's 2 for the sake of argument. The first one, and what we do with 90% of our T-tape, is cut 3 inches or whatever off the end, fold a couple inches, fold it twice. That's the key. It's going to leak if you don't. It's going to leak anyway. It's going to leak really bad if you don't fold it twice. And then you have to kind of curl it up like so in order for it to fit inside of this little piece that you cut off. And you're going to slide it all the way up in there, and then you're going to take and kind of unroll that and flatten it back out. That's sealed. You're going to get some drips out of it, but no more than are coming out of these emitters every 12 inches up through here. So that's the way we do 90% of our drip tape. Alright, on strawberries we do it a little different. Got to make sure you're away from an emitter. Right here's an emitter. You don't want to close it up right in the middle of an emitter, because it'll leak like a sieve. So I'm going to cut off some of the excess there. And they make valves specially for this, but I have got all these valves from where we used to use like 3/4 black poly pipe, and this is just meant to punch a nail hole in small, like water hose size poly pipe, and this snaps in, and then you hook your drip tape up to water. Like if you're watering a garden, this is perfect for that. But this is what we use for strawberries, just because I had them and I didn't want to go buy the valves for the ends. And what it does, see if I can give you a better angle here. So you just have to open up the end of the drip tape, and then this slides in like so, and then make sure that you have to make sure to hold it right here, because otherwise when you start screwing this down, it pushes the T-tape off. Screw it down, snug it up, and you're good. Why do I put a $3 fitting at the end of every row of plastic in strawberries? Glad you asked. Strawberries are a long-term crop. So we're going to plant strawberries. We shoot for the first day of October. And we don't pick them until April. And then we pick them hopefully up until almost June. You can get by with the first method with strawberries, but if you are irrigating with creek water, chances are, even though it's running through a sand filter or a disc filter or whatever you're running it through, if you're watering with creek water, you're gonna stop up your drip tape, especially watering in the fall, letting it sit all winter, trying to water in the spring, and really pumping that fertilize like you have to do on strawberries. So you're gonna stop this drip tape up. Well, in order to unstop drip tape, you have to fire the system up and then come through, if you got this, and pull off your little piece and let them unfold and blow all the muddy water out the ends. And it's a real sal to, it can be done because I've done it, but to try to fold this back up and put your little piece back on when this is under pressure and got 12 pounds of water on it is a chore, and you get soaked doing it. So this makes it much simpler for us to flush our drip tape. So first thing in the spring, before I really get ready to start watering or drip irrigating, I will fire the system up and come through and open all these valves and blow the mud out, because there will be a certain amount of silt that, even though this water is filtered, a certain amount of silt is going to get in this drip tape and stop up the emitters. So that's how we that's your two options for fixing the end of your T-tape, and how we do our strawberries and why we do it that way. I've still got quite a bit of work to do. Got to get the box scraped, get everything slicked down, get our ryegrass spread, get a deer fence up, and run fumigate. So I will definitely make a video when I start running that fumigate. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time.